Hey guys, TeamNoSkill here, bringing you another deck profile. It's going to be the other Narukami deck profile that I said. It's going to be a Detonix deck profile. So let's get started. So our starter is Spark Hit Dragoon, probably the best looking starter for great researchers. So skill, Counterblast 1, put him into the soul. Look at the top 5 cards for a grade 3 unit and add it to hand. So there's a chance you can hit or miss. You guys are probably thinking, well, how come you're not running a better starter? But I was gonna run the same starter I was running in my Vermilion deck, and I was like, the deck doesn't need that. It needs the 3 more. So we'll get started on the triggers first. Where did I put them? All right. So we're running 6 draws, 6 crits. I lost one of these yesterday, I think, when I was playing with my friends. I'm gonna get another one, but it's like the generic skill for like crits that almost every clan has one now. You can just shuffle them into the deck. So on rearguard act, shuffle it, put it on top of your deck, and then shuffle. So ignore all the words. Just put this unit on top of your deck, and then shuffle your deck. Then the crit still can shuffle back into the deck. But of course, if you have the correct Vanguard, you'll get the effect. And then 4 of the best deal from Narukami. It really needs a draw. I also run 6 draws because I want to get the grade 3 demand. 2 vanilla AKs because he looks cool, and it's so they can't rush you at level 1. 4 grade 1 Chaturas, Wyvern Strike Poligma, GB1. It can only attack Vanguard, cannot attack rearguards, and it gets plus 4K. We're running 4 10K boosters. These are Eradicator from the TD, I believe, and this is from base set 6. They're the exact same card. I just didn't have a playset of either one of them. So when this unit boosts the Vanguard, your Vanguard, and your opponent has a 3 damage or more, the boosted unit gets 4K. So it's a 10K booster, and you'll see why I'm running 4 later on. And 4 crap PGs that would have Anastasias, but they're too expensive. You don't have to worry about its skill since nothing in the deck has Thunder Strike besides itself. And it would still be really bad. So on to the Great 2s. Oh, I didn't even organize these. Oh my god. 1 second. Alright, we good. So we're running 4 Chaturas. Great card. Can only attack Vanguard, also restricted, but it's not Generation Break. And during your turn it gets plus 3K on rearguard. And if it hits Vanguard, you can counterblast 1, draw a card, and bind a card in your opponent's drop. But if they don't have anything, you still draw a card. Great card. I want to run more of these just because it's not GB. Because the deck doesn't really need to stride. Even though there are like 2 GB units, the one I'm going to show you right now. You'll see why, because his effect is what's his name? Spirited Brawler Koken. So skill, if your opponent is nothing in the rearguard, when it attacks anything, it gets plus 3K. So, and the deck is usually going to force your opponent to nothing in rearguard. But then again, these are also good. They're 12K attackers, GB1, and when they attack Vanguard, they get plus 3. And then we're running 4 Hammer Knuckle Dragon. So, when this unit attacks, so attacks anything, Vanguard or rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Detonix and its card name, it gets plus 2K, making it 11. And its other skill, Auto, it cannot be retired by your effects if you have a Detonix Vanguard. So those are the grade 2s. On to the grade 3s. We run. This card is pretty old. It's from GB205. It's Detonix Break Ride. Detonix Stinger Dragon. Amazing card. I think it should not be a rare. It's pretty good. So Break Ride, Limit Break 4. When your grade 3 Narukami rides him, he gets the unit gets plus 10K and he gets the auto. When this unit attacks Vanguard, counterblast 1. If your opponent has no rearguards in the front row, your opponent cannot guard as grade 1 or higher. And if your opponent doesn't have anything in the back, he gets an additional crit. Crazy for a Break Ride. It's retarded. And the requirements are so easy to get off. I'll show you his new grade 3 from the revival set. And it's on right skill. The reason why I'm running the grade 3 searcher starter. So on right, Soul Blast 1. each fighter has what it says on the card. Chooses one of their rears and retires it. So this means you can just select that and you don't die, and then your opponent eggs. Now onto the new Grade 3. Detonix Drill Dragon. Lemon Break 4. On Ride, Counterblast 2. Retire all fighters' rear guards. It's a nuke. It nukes the entire board. It gets by resist, which is awesome. Because it does not say shoot, it just says retire all fighters of each rear guard. Retire all rear guards of all fighters. So it doesn't choose, so it gets by resist if that's a problem. And that's his Lemon Break 4 on ride. And it's continuous skill. During your turn, if your opponent has nothing if your opponent has no rear guard, it gets plus 10,000 for no reason. So it's cool, and that part's not even Lemon Break 4. So you can ride him. You don't really want to ride him as the first Grade 3. And so basically, the Break Ride plus this. Where's the other one here? Plus, over here. So Break Ride plus his skill plus 10Q booster makes it for 41,000 to the face, no ones or higher. So unless they have G guards or a crap ton of zeros, this attack will most likely go through. That's why I made it. It was like a fun deck. It's like it punishes the opponent. It's like, oh, you have a board. That's fine. Alright, Counterblast 2. What does it do? Everything dies. So that's the Detonix deck. I got really excited when they revealed the Grade 3. Now onto the strides. We're running. No, everything I've shown you is less than $1. You can probably get that for like a quarter or 10 cents. You get the whole core for maybe like $5-6. Super cheap. So it's the stride deck. Dragonic Vanquisher, Concrete Supreme Dragon Dragonic Vanquisher Voltage. Great card. Reprint. I got it for 5. I guess in my other video, but just some douchebag bought them all out on TCG Player, another like 10 bucks. But I'm pretty sure someone was still selling them for 5. So skill act on top of copy of itself. It gets the on hit. If it hits, your opponent chooses one of his riggers and retires it, and then you choose 2 from his drop and bind them. And then his GB3 is during your turn, all your units in the front row get plus 3k per bound card they have. So good card, good card. Running 3 Zoras. I should have kept the 4th one. Whatever. Lightning Dragonite Zoras. It's basically voltage on hit. Your opponent selects one of his rear guards and retires it, and you choose after that you choose 2 cards in his bind and bind them. 2 cards in his drop zone and bind them. So you're basically running, because since he persona flips, you're basically running 4 voltages. So great card. I prefer writing him first, striding into him first, just in case he does hit. When I go into him, his GB3 is already live, and because all of units are ready. And then one of VMAX, they're like 10, 12 bucks. So VMAX is you're not using it for Thunderstrike 5. It can go off in the deck, but the other regards have to hit. The other strides have to hit, and Chitora has to hit. So, but I'm using it for the second ability, Auto. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, I think is it Vanguard? Yeah, attacks the Vanguard. For every card in your G zone face up that has voltage, counting himself. Also himself too, if you're running multiple. He can attack an additional unit. So attack the Vanguard. That one doesn't count. So let's say you have 4 face up, you can attack 5 units. Then we're running 3 of the original Thunderstrike G guards. It's pretty bad. This one isn't that bad, but it's still pretty bad. It's not generic because basically every deck forces you to run Chitora if you want to try to get that off. So Thunderstrike 1, when his unit is placed on guard, if your opponent has 1 bound card, it gets plus 5k shield. And then we're running this card that is complete trash. Okay, it's trash unless you're playing pure Vanquisher. Other than that, it's trash. Okay, but it's a great card if you're playing Vanquisher. If not, it's trash. So Thunderstrike 3, when his unit is placed on guard, if your opponent has 3 bound cards, it gets plus 10 out in shield. And then it basically has a Thunderstrike 4. I think they could have made this card better. It's a bad denial Griffin. So when it's placed on guard, for every 4 bounty cards, you can select one of your opponent's units on the front row that is rested and retire it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.